Yes, I want to see black men and black women together, but I want to see black women valuing black men as black men deserve to be valued. Black men, you are worthy. You have done great things in the last 20 or 30 years. You've taken your image back from cops, deadbeat dads, and everything else. You've stepped up to the challenge, and this is your time. This is your time. The gender war is over. Average at best happened in 2021. That is over. 2022, we're going into it. Self-awareness is sexy. Men are going to show the work and women are going to show their worth. We're going to move forward. We're going to move forward. And if you want to move forward together with us, men are there waiting for you. Men are there working for you, but you're going to earn your spot because he has to earn his value.
Thank you, Kevin Samuels, for letting us know the gender war was over. So over here at SB Nation, the gender war is over. So that what that means, because you act like
over here it's over.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Say it again.
So over here on this platform is over. But when I click the pink X, the leave, and then we go back out there, still things are what they are.
You are an adult man, about 41 years old. I cannot be responsible for what you do when you're not here at SB Nation.
Okay. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm just talking about in general.
Well, whoever else may have that concern. But what I can do for you, is tell you, I need you over here at SB Nation. And I could tell you that we need to be promoting being the best version of ourselves. And when we do that, we have no need for a gender war.
So this is a safe haven.
Very safe.
Hey, Dusto, you go out here and find one of these eligible single ladies. You'll feel like the gender war is over, but I promise you.
See?
Yeah, you got. I mean, yeah, I got you.
So
going to hyena
no. Dusto, let me give you some clarity. Dusto, let me give you some clarity. Over here, I see no need for the gender war because the males are going to promote themselves and be the best version of themselves, and they're going to get the women they want. So ain't no need in talking about nothing else.
Oh, that's right.
And the women, they're gonna be doing the same thing. They're not gonna be like Monique with the bonnets. They're not gonna be like Monique with all the measuring up the men and equaling up. We're not gonna do that over here. So I figure if you're carrying this within yourself, wherever you go, that's what's going to be the light. That's gonna be the light in you. And you ain't gonna have to worry about no gender war. So if those other people want to continue on with the bad behavior, like she displayed on Saturday, and some of the other about trying to blame the men for whatever they do and the women for whatever they do, they can continue to do that. But remember, I'm promoting marriage and being the best version of yourself. So that's all love right there. So where can we be having a war at?
We're about positive solutions over here.
Yeah, where's the war?
I joined in the middle. It was talking about D.L. Hughley versus Monique, and I'm like, that's gender war.
You couldn't come. No. We actually didn't really talk about it.
It's over.
It's over. The gender war is over. We were just talking about the message that Monique put out there to the women being a negative one. And we don't want that to be the message anymore. And women who did hear it and who follow her, we're just trying to figure out how we can reprogram them so they'll know that the man is not the problem.
So, I get you. Security boss, but you guys got to think about it like this. Monique was trying to weaponize her femininity.
Exactly. She was.
So that's part of the gender war.
No. Because let me tell you why not. Because I pointed out the number one fact about femininity, and this is all we have to worry about, and that is the self-control with being feminine. That's the first part. That's where we at now. That's what we're talking about. She didn't have any. And she was not interested in being feminine. Y'all know that. So we're not promote what she did. We're going to say what she did that was incorrect and do the opposite. So there again, no war.
Exactly.
And we also said she had no covering. There was no, BOLO said it a long time ago, she was not covered. But we're not going to blame her husband for it. But he's trying to tell us we need to excuse her behavior. But instead of us calling it out, we're going to say, okay, this is what you shouldn't do. Still no war. And we're moving on.
Exactly. Like we're showing the problem, but we also counteracting with a solution. Unlike other panels, it's just back and forth, point of views, back and forth so much. No, we providing solutions.
There's no war. I mean, both of them are wrong. I mean, they're married and wrong. They're living in it, married and wrong. How about that? Where's the war? Married and wrong. And again, I tell you all the time, I don't like to talk about people's marriages because marriage to me is the answer, right? And what people do and agreements they have in marriage is totally up to them. I try to promote successful marriages that are built on principles, and there's no war in that. That's all about love. And all you got to do is find that person that's willing to walk that journey with you and have those same principles with you, and there's no war. So,
hey, boss, you know, Ali shouted you out on Anton's interview the other day. Yesterday, it was yesterday, right? Yeah.
who?
Ali, Real from Sapien, she shouted you out.
I'm going to be on her show June 23rd. I don't know exactly when that day that is, but I'm going to be on her show on June 23rd.
I can't wait to see that. See,
Yeah,
other married women, teaming up with other married women, submissive, feminine women, providing solutions and everything.
yeah, we're not having a war anymore. So, Dusto, what are you talking about when you say a war? You don't even have to tell me. It's okay. There's no war. So do you have something that would be contrary to war that you want to add to, you know, how we can make men or any encouragement for men to be the best version of themselves? So there's no war. I don't see the war in it. I think a woman would love to be with you. I can't see what the war would be about.
Okay.
Scam Likely, what are you willing to do to help us achieve all women to help us achieve this femininity and stay in our happy place? What are you willing to do? Are you willing to do anything?
Am I willing to what?
Are you willing to do anything to help us women? Because remember, we're done with the war. So over here, we're helping each other be the best version of ourselves. So I'm saying, what can you contribute to even myself, for me to stay in my happy feminine energy and all of that? What kind of advice can you give me?
That's a trick question.
Why?
Okay. The men are told this is what you need to do and the person that you need to become. You need to be productive. You need to have some discipline, have some guidance, some wisdom, some structure, some consistency, some cashiline, some abs. And it's like, okay, let's work on that stuff. The gym, content, reading, communicating, do everything better. And
I'm trying to become a better person. Won't you give me one activity a week? Say you said discipline.
So I'm saying, aside from all of that, also, men.
No, Scam, I'm serious. I'm saying to you.
No, I'm asking the question.
If you met a woman that really needed your guidance as a man and you needed to offer something to them and you would say, listen, why don't you what? Just give me one thing.
I'm trying to put this picture together. So I meet a woman and she ain't feminine. She's overweight. She's masculine. And she's asking me what to do. No,
I didn't say all that. I didn't say none of that. What you said.
Go on Kevin Samuel's show and pick up one of them chicks.
I'm trying to say, a woman comes to me.
I'm saying,
what is she asking?
Woman, listen to me. I'm not saying there's something wrong with the woman. I'm saying one of these women right here that are in this live or on this chat right now, making these comments. We're here all trying to be the best version of ourselves. And you would say, you know what, ladies, let me tell you something that always is good. Why don't you all try this? Not that we haven't achieved it, not that we could be there already, but what would be something that you could leave us to keep us in our happy feminine spot versus saying, oh, you fat, you overweight, you need to go to the gym. You 303 right now, you need to be 135. I'm not talking about that. The war is over. The war over. I'm talking about, I need your help. How you going to help me? And then there's nothing between me and you. I'm talking about men who have good advice, helping women who want to be in their feminine, happy, good wives, want to be married, all of that. I'm talking about women standing in their feminine, that's this period, being good people, living long, productive lives, not acting out, not being victims, just good, solid advice to keep us in a good place. Scam Likely, you're taking it from a position that a woman's going to have everything together. We're not going to be perfect. You have to, in order for us to be for you, we have to basically adapt to what it is you like and don't like. So we're not going to know everything. There may be some things, and she may come to you very innocently and say, you know what, I got so much in my head right now. And then you could freely say, you know what, I exercise about 3 or 4 times a week. Is she not overweight? It just could be something that you offer to her to make her the best version of herself. But before you say anything, let me ask Mr. Richardson, Michael Richardson, can you put your comment in the chat for me again? Because we went back and Mr. Boss cannot find it. So we apologize if we missed your super chat, but I do want to answer your question, and I do want to give you the money line song if we failed to do so. So please do that for me, Michael, and we'll get to that in just a minute. Hey, Gretchen, how you doing? So Scam Likely, are you seeing what I'm talking about? Like, you seeing kind of what I'm saying now?
I see what you're saying. What I'm saying is, women that I've dated or that was in relationships with, the reason I was in a relationship is because we didn't have to have these conversations. They were doing the things.
Right, but I'm not talking about someone you in a
The women
relationship
who
with.
aren't doing the things, there won't be a conversation.
But I'm not talking about the people that you're in a relationship with. I'm talking about random women, just random people, women. Are you saying right now that you can only talk to people who you yourself are dealing with? You have nothing to offer. You won't have anything to offer me in making me better as a person.
What kind of doctor are you? What kind of doctor are you, man?
I'm a quack, straight up. But no, when people call me, like when I talk to just females, friends of mine, they'll say a specific issue, and then I'll tell them something, and usually they wanted me to tell them what they wanted to hear. They didn't want actual real advice. They want me to tell them that it's Disney and everything, Most of them are listening.
You know security boss?
Remember over
That's
here,
the problem right there.
Okay, like
I got
I'll give you an
something for
example.
you. I got something for you.
A girl I
No,
know.
but listen, I'm gonna let you give me an example, but I first need to make sure you're understanding my question. What I'm saying is you have something to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Hear me, please. You
Okay.
have something to offer, and it's positive.
Okay.
And you're holding it in for just yourself or just the woman that you want to meet. I'm saying to you, please don't hold it in. Share it with me, whatever it is. Hey, Just Jay, share it with me. If it's security boss, if you go to the gym 3 days a week and you run for 30 minutes, you'll feel much better. I will accept that from you, but I'm just saying that may not be what you're saying. Or even if you say, you know what, security boss, I got a lot of results or a lot of results from drinking 6 bottles of water a day. You know, ladies, if y'all do 6 bottles of water a day and y'all ever had any problems, this will make you feel better. Or just anything, Scam. It has nothing. We're not making it heavy. Just anything to promote a woman. Because remember, we're doing positivity. There's no more war. Because we're doing the best version of ourselves. So whatever you have to offer that's positive, it doesn't mean that I'm not being the best version of myself. I'm not trying to be. It's just that everyone has something to offer. No one knows everything.
So just something general that I think some women should be doing.
That would be yes.
Listen better. Listen when his man is talking. If it's a man and you actually have interest, make a decision. Are you interested or are you not? Because there are a lot of women who will spend time with the man and are not really interested. They're there for validation and fake attention. Stop doing that.
How do you know we're doing that? What is it that I do that makes you feel like I'm not listening?
Talking over a man, or no matter what he says, the default being he's wrong and you're right, versus actually hearing what the person has to say.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is a man standing here. I'm always right. He knows just a little bit less information than I do, just because he's a man and I'm the woman.
Oh, you're saying that the woman thinks that she knows more than the man.
Yes.
Okay, so wait a minute though. Listen, we didn't have that conversation. You don't know that. You're just generally speaking, women, I need y'all just to listen to men a little bit more is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's
also,
good.
Do something to show that he's valuable.
That's too vague though. That's too broad. How do you do that? It has to be more.
Take a risk.
Huh?
Like, I hear or see women asking for risk-free relationships.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Huh?
What is it? How do you get you're dealing with a person, another individual. How is it risk-free?
Risk-free meaning they want the guy to do this, and they're not comfortable with this. Oh, I'm not comfortable.
But
Sam, you're not to go and put himself out there.
You're not saying anything. Relationship. Listen.
I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying.
I don't.
So like
trying to keep them from relationship, because relationship is easy when you're the best version of yourself, because the woman that you deserve, or the man that you deserve, comes to you.
Yeah, but I think he said.
Hmm.
But I think what he's saying is that like a lot of women want men who are already pre-made. They're at the top of the game. They're already making their money, and she could come in however whatever level she's at, and he's just supposed to accept that. But so
I'll
she's
answer the
supposed to have no
question in
risk.
chat after. Go ahead, Aaron.
She's supposed to have no risk involved. If anything slightly makes her uncomfortable, then it's bad on him. Versus like, and she's not like if she's not willing to ride the waves, the ebbs and flows of what the relationship goes through of life. She just wants to. Hey, everything needs to be perfect. I need to go to Dubai every week already. Like, hey, I'm 250 right now, but hey, I still fly me out to Dubai. Still do this, do that for me, and everything should be perfect. That's what he's saying.
What I would say is,
Risk
What,
free.
what they comment going
what I
on?
would say is, we understand those type of females what they want, but they don't matter. We don't care
No,
about the females. No,
I
hear me
understand.
out. Hear me out. We don't care about those females because we know what they're about. They're selfish. We're talking about the females that willing to contribute to get the men that they want. How can they be better versions for us?
Well,
So what
Mel,
advice can we give to them so they can be better versions for us?
Mel,
But
So can I
sometimes
can I
women are
give you
reacting. They don't know what they're actually.
hold on.
I know what I'm
Let me give you
reacting
an answer.
to, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you know
Can I
what?
give you my answer?
We're not worrying about that's what SB is trying to tell y'all. We about solutions. We know about those type of females. They don't matter over here. We're worrying about the
Right.
other
We're not
females.
talking about relationship. We're not even.
Exactly.
All right.
Those females are not talking about relation.
I'm
They're
lost.
selfish. We're
You
talking
All
about
right.
women
So
that
look.
you know what
what?
they willing to
So
give.
SB. I'm about to go to the gym. Can I give you my answer real quick?
Oh, go ahead,
Yes,
brother. Go ahead.
yes.
All right. So I would say this: women seek to be additive, seek to add. Um, yes, if you have your PhD, you're making your money too. Guess what? Don't think of it as he. Don't think of it. Think of it as an addition to what he's making as well. Don't think of it as he needs to do better than me. He may need to do better than you, sure, but think of it as you're adding. So if you make 150, he makes 150. That's 300,000. Think of it like that. Think of it as you're adding to a piece of a puzzle to make things better, right? And if you're seeking to add, you'll always be in a situation where things can always improve because you're thinking that you have a role in it as well. And I think a lot of times we're taught that women don't need necessarily have a role when they do have a role. And I think that's what's happening in this modern society. We are taught that everything should just be laid out for you already when you come in.
So guess what? The lioness is taking notes. She said, first thing, listen more. Second thing, seek to add. See, this is what women need. Okay. This is what people need because now, even though you didn't give a whole explanation of what you're saying or what you want or whatever, it makes us think about it. It makes us think, oh, add. Wonder what he mean about add. How can I? So now I can go back and process what adding means to me, how that looks. How can I add to my man? You know, it kind of makes me think about it. What can I be doing? Blah, blah, blah. And so and that's a positive thing. It's positive. So then when that woman comes up, she can definitely tell me then what's that positive thing that she can put out there to men to make them understand us more or make them a better husband or man for a wife or more. Yeah, a better husband for a wife. You get what I'm saying? Because you're making each party better. We're not tearing each other down anymore. What I'm not doing doesn't matter because it's not working anyway. I want to do something. I don't want to not do, and you keep telling me I'm not doing. I want to know how to do it, but I'm not getting a good handle on what it is I need to do. Just tell me, and it doesn't have to be for you. It's for everybody.